Hey guys, it's Ashley and this is gonna be my recap for Pretty Little Liars, the season 5 finale called Welcome to the Dollhouse. Now this episode I really loved. I love this episode. Even though we didn't find out who A is necessarily, A is Charles, but we really don't know who this Charles person is either, so not gonna lie, kinda confused after watching this episode. Yeah, just leave me in the comments any theories or thoughts about anything and let's just talk about it. So the episode first starts off with the 4 girls in a van being transported to the jail. Then all of a sudden the van breaks down and we see A shooting out fog to drug the girls. And now the girls are in A's dollhouse. They think they're in their rooms back at home because it's an exact replica of their room. Who goes to that extent of like doing that, like how long did that even take for A to do that? That's another question. Are we gonna find out how long A has been building this dollhouse? Anyway, girls think they're at home and Hannah is shouting for her mom and Emily notices the camera right away. Spencer tries to break a window by throwing the rocking chair at the window and can't see outside. This dollhouse is buried underground because there's all like dirt and roots. And then there's a woman's voice on the speaker saying welcome, welcome in, and all these other languages are saying follow the lighted hallway or something like that. And the girls finally meet up and they realize they're in A's dollhouse and they're the dolls. Piano music playing. They follow it and we're in an exact replica of Allison's living room with the piano. And we see someone dressed up as Allison, like down to everything, like the hair, the yellow top, everything. And at this point I thought it would be Cece because it looked like Cece. Oh, it's Mona. Mona's alive. Yes. Had a feeling that she was. If you didn't see, I made a theory video a while ago. Is Mona still alive? Because I've been thinking that she was this whole time. That I was just so happy that she's alive. I love Mona. Even though, she did torture the girls in season 1 and season 2, but still, I've become to love her. I didn't at first. I hated her, but now I love her. Alive. And then the girls are really confused to why she's saying she's Allison and acting and dressing like Allison. Later find out that Mona is just pretending to be Allison because A wants her to be Allie. So when the cameras are on, she's Allison. Backtrack to the episode a little bit. The girls are just following Mona's lead. There's like beeps going on and on. They follow Mona into this playroom and Mona's like, okay, now we have to play this game. It's this board game and it was something to do with who would be their prom date. Picture of Ezra at the ice ball. So now we know this person was at the ice ball. Then they get these invitations to their senior prom that's gonna happen in the dollhouse. Now we're back to where Allison is at in jail and she finally tells Mr. and Mrs. Hastings about A, that she knows who's behind this and who took the girls, and it was A. And at first they're kinda like don't wanna believe Allison, but then they finally believe her. But why didn't they do that earlier? Then they wouldn't be in this mess. But then they wouldn't be Pretty Little Liars. Spencer, she starts figuring out Charles in her head. She has a photographic memory, and so now she knows that Charles is A. And then now they have to set up for this fake senior prom. This prom dates back 7 years ago, and now they're still in 2012. Girls look at the set list for the songs and they're like, these songs are 7 years old. So we know this prom takes place in 2005. Same year Melissa and Ian went to prom. So this person, I'm guessing, is same age as them. Then later on, Mona gets a gas mask from A delivered in her room. Like, the thing is though, does Mona know who this A person is? Go up to her in a mask. I have a headache. Outside of it there's a note, "Cause you're my favorite, A." Then she looks up to the camera and says, "Do you want me to try it on?" There's a beep, so she puts the gas mask on and then she starts brushing her hair, like as if nothing is wrong with that. I just thought that was really creepy. And Mona later asks the girls if they got a gas mask too, and they have no idea what she's talking about. They have not gotten a gas mask and they're still setting up for prom, and they also have an idea of blowing this place up and escaping. So now we're at Caleb at the police station, and he is using his hacking skills to trying to find out where the girls are and where the van is located at. And now Tanner is on his side. She finally believes Caleb that the girls were kidnapped and didn't run away and aren't part of Allie's plan or whatever else she thought. So yeah, so she's on Caleb's side and Toby's side and Mr. and Mrs. Hastings' side now, and Ezra's side. Caleb finally finds the area coordinates and they find out where the van is, and so they go and find the girls, or try to. Back at this fake prom, and so there's a prom going on, Unwritten is playing, and that song did come out in 2005. Then there's a bunch of mannequins with prom attire on, and they all have the masquerade masks, which does resemble 225, so that was kind of cool that they did that. And the girls are walking down the stairs, and then the speakers go on, "Now introducing your prom queen, Allison De Laurentiis." And then Mona walks down with a mask, this and that, call out Charles' name, and Charles is slowly coming out of the crowd of mannequins with the tux that we saw in the last week's A ending scene with a mask on. At this point I was like, oh my gosh, we're finally gonna find out, maybe. I was hoping one of the girls would rip off the mask, but no, that didn't happen. Instead, they grabbed their fake camera that was set up to blow up the lights out. The place blows up. There's no lights. And then they try to make an escape. Toby and Tanner find an entrance to go in A's lair, control room and everything. Mr. and Mrs. Hastings are in front of the barn. They're in front of Campbell's apple picking farm. I'm not on the train that Andrew is A, but Andrew's last name is Campbell, so I don't really know what's that about. Then we have Spencer in a room, and there's pictures of a little boy all over the place, and there's a mannequin family of a little girl, a little boy, the mother, father. Then she finds a movie projector, plays the clip, and they're at the apple picking farm. Mrs. De Laurentiis, she's holding a baby, and there's these two little boys. Two boys run up to her, and Mrs. D tells one of the boys, "Oh, why don't you give your sister a kiss on the head," or something like that. Then Charles comes in with the mask and the tux. Then Mona calls Spencer's name, and when she looks back, Charles is gone. I don't know how Charles could have disappeared in that matter of seconds, but he's gone. Tanner and Toby then find a video of the girls, the dollhouse. They don't know where it's located. The girls make an escape, but they're fenced in. Literally fenced in. The song called "Don't Fence Me In" starts playing. The speakers. Then I YouTube the song called "Don't Fence Me In," and the artist is Bing Crosby and Andrew's sisters. Why do they have two Andrew references in this episode? Is really making me nervous. There was an interview that came out not too long ago of Marlene saying that you should watch these 5 particular episodes before you tune in to watch this finale. So I went ahead and watched 3 out of the 5 episodes. I've already seen 2 of them many times. The first one is It Happened That Night, Season 3, Episode 1. A Dangerous Game, Season 3, Episode 24. A is for Answers, Season 4, Episode 24. Taking This One to the Grave, Season 5, Episode 12. How A Stole Christmas, Season 5, Episode 13. In a Dangerous Game, I rewatched it last night. It's the one that they're trapped in the lodge and A set fire to it. And Mona is in the black hoodie, okay? And she keeps mentioning throughout the episode, she. Mona says that she doesn't know who A is, but she did look a lot like Allison. Now, could it be that it's Cece? How A Stole Christmas. Cece was in this episode. She just randomly appears after Mona goes missing. Apparently dies. Could it be Cece? Because I've read a lot of theories about Cece, and I really think Cece is A. I mean, I know a lot of people don't think that she is, and I know a lot of people think that, you know, because Charles has to be a guy, but what if Charles is transgender? Why did ABC Family play a trailer for a new series coming out this summer called Becoming Us, and it's about a guy wanting to transition to be his true self, which is a woman. Is that a coincidence that they played that? Because I didn't think so. I'm just throwing out things. I'm not saying that, oh, it has to be that, because it could be anything at this point except Andrew is A, because I don't really believe that, and I haven't read any good Andrew is A theories. I mean, I have a feeling he probably knows about Mona, like, you know, knows what happened to Mona and all that, but him being A, would he have a relevance to that? Because he was pretty irrelevant until these past few 4 or 5 episodes. I just don't know what to think anymore. It's making me frustrated. What did you guys think of this episode? Who do you think is Charles? I think Charles is Cece. How they had to recreate the 2005 senior prom. That's probably the prom that this person Charles couldn't go to. Maybe they couldn't be their true self at this prom, so maybe they didn't go to the prom, or maybe they did go to the prom but the prom was ruined for them, or I don't know. I'm just throwing out things. The more I think about it, the more my brain hurts. Season 5 wasn't necessarily the best for storyline, but for me it was somewhat the best because I was in the Halloween fan special, so yeah. What my favorite season is. Between season 2 or season 3. Let me know what types of videos you want to see during this hiatus, because usually during the hiatus I just post random videos, other type of videos not to do with PLL, but I want to do PLL related videos as well. I'm gonna go. This video is probably getting really long. And yeah, bye guys, peace out.